Former President Thabo Mbeki and the Julius Nyerere Foundation are jointly hosting the Thabo Mbeki Africa Day annual lecture in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. Let's join in on the live proceedings.
Because we are talking about the Great North, Cairo and Cape Town, but we are linking now the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean. Thank you so much. You know, let me confess, I have missed these kind of occasions for many times.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. I hope that we can get an invitation maybe from UNISA to come and do a visiting lecture. As you can see, Professor is very passionate. He has so many gems to share. He's touched on so many points. I'm looking at my other two panelists. Is there anything else you want to add that has not been mentioned by Professor Kabudi that you feel needs to be done? If I could give you a minute each, Generali, please, and then Professor Shivji. Things that have not been mentioned by Professor Kabudi. Karibu sana. We try to focus on just the ones that have not been mentioned.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Only one thing. We're coming to the end, and I cannot leave this place without making a pitch, particularly about my project, which I alluded to a little while ago, and that is the teaching of Pan-Africanism to the young Africans of today. The importance of the movement to the African people's development, survival, and progress is so important that it cannot be overemphasized. It is one of the things which unfortunately we don't teach to our children in our schools, but which is so pertinent to make Africans grow up with a certain spirit of unity, of oneness, of self-confidence, of a can-do spirit, and an ethos that propulses them into the future. We're talking about exploring the oceans, exploring space. But these cannot, and the other things, they cannot be achieved unless we inculcate in our youth a spirit of self-reliance, of self-worth, self-belief, and self-belief in yourself. Know where you came from, know where you came through, what you went through, what tribulations you had to undergo to get where you are, and to know that whatever difficulties you have in face of you, you'll always triumph if you believe in yourself, and if you connect with your fellow African and other human beings, of course, you can always triumph over all those tribulations. President Mbeki will be making a trip to South Africa to come and present you with a copy. It's a very small book, but full of information. And I know that your foundation will be interested in having young people learn about how Africa got where we are. In 1975, moderator please. 1975, on the 11th of November, I was sitting in a parade in Luanda when the Cuban troops descended in Angola. We had arrived the previous night with the Leopoldo Nascimento receiving us at the airport. He was then Prime Minister of Angola, and I was accompanying the Prime Minister of Congo Brazzaville, Henri Lopez, and he received us with these words: "Welcome to Luanda, capital of a country without a government." And we said, "How so?" And he said, because at midday today, the last Portuguese governor called a conference here, said goodbye, and took his flag, took a boat to the ship in the high sea, and he has left for Lisbon.